Greetings family, peace and love to you and yours. This is Guru and thanks for visiting my channel. Family, this video is about the attorney for family of Justine Damond, who was killed by the police, calls for justice. So my question is, what does justice look like? Well, we're gonna find out. We'll talk about it right after the video.
In that deadly police shooting in Minnesota that killed a bride-to-be after she called 911 for help. Overnight, hundreds marching in her honor as the Minneapolis police chief broke her silence. ABC's Alex Perez is in Minneapolis with all of the details on that. Good morning to you, Alex.
Hey, good morning, Amy. The police chief here says Justine should still be alive and this should have never happened, and is also calling on the officer who shot her to cooperate with the investigation. This morning, for the first time, the Minneapolis police chief is speaking out about the shooting of 40-year-old meditation and yoga instructor Justine Damond.
Justine didn't have to die. This should not have happened.
Damond called 911 late last Saturday night, saying she thought someone was being assaulted in the alley behind her home. "I can hear someone out the back," she says in a transcript of the call. "I'm not sure if she's having sex or being raped." Investigators say officers Matthew Harity and Mohammed Noor responded to that call, driving down a dark alley with their squad car lights off, but never found the suspect.
Shots fired. Yeah, one down. 5:30 on 3rd Street.
Harity telling investigators they were startled by a loud noise when Damond appeared near the driver's side. Noor, who was on the passenger side, firing his gun through the open driver's side window. Both officers' body cameras off. Harity's attorney told the Minneapolis Star-Tribune it's certainly possible the officers believe they were the target of an ambush, but the Minnesota attorney representing Damond's family in Australia doesn't buy that argument.
The family wants justice in its largest sense. In other words, we want the officers to be properly trained.
And loved ones say, the attorney tells me loved ones are working on getting Justine's remains back to Australia and that they do intend to file a civil lawsuit. David?
Of course, several things stand out, this being one of them. When she called the police, she reported, "I'm not sure if she's having sex or being raped." That means that she's hearing a commotion outside of her home and she's not sure what's going on, so she calls the police for this reason. Let's move on. And of course, here's where the police made a huge mistake also, driving down a dark alley with the squad lights off. But they never found the suspect. And family, this what leads me to the person on the bike. The guy on the bike who actually, they say, witnessed the police try to give Justine Damond CPR. They were really interested in this person. They found this person as a great witness. Did you hear that? They changed this incident from a crime, a possible crime, to this person out of the blue who they witness on a bike watching them after they shoot this woman, Justine. This person becomes a witness. Never mind the suspect that they never found. They're actually talking to him and he's on a bike. Little do they know it, little do they even question him probably to find out more information about him. They look at him as a witness, and that's how they treated this situation. Because after all, once they found out that it was a black officer who shot a white woman, that's all the focus has been ever since then. Let's move on. Now mind you, we all know that these police officers who were driving down this dark alley with their squad car lights off, they were actually startled by a loud noise. You can hear it in the audio. It's a loud, very loud noise. And so of course, when she ends up on the side of their car, they're once again startled, and when he shoots her, because he doesn't know who she is or what the situation is what's going on, especially after hearing a loud noise, they accidentally shoot her. Now, I did another video on this story, and in that story I stated that I believe this case is a story of being at the wrong place at the wrong time. I stated that, and as I stated that, in the same week, within the same week, another situation happened with an African American woman where she's a mother and she got killed. And what did the headlines read? That she was at the wrong place at the wrong time. So if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. So no one should be offended by me making that statement that she was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Yes, Justine Damon was at her home, but she ended up outside after she had reported a possible crime, and she was at the wrong place at the wrong time. This is an unfortunate tragedy. I'm gonna move on. Instead of me continuing on with this video, I'm just gonna go straight to the point. The attorney that's representing the fiance and the family of the Australian bride-to-be, who was fatally shot by this police officer, says that, quote, the family wants justice in its largest sense. I'm sure you heard that lawyer say that. And, you know, the newscaster there that was interviewing him didn't follow up with what that actually entailed or looked like, but the first thing he mentioned was additional training, and he's spoon-fed by that talking point, is that they need additional training. Well, you know what? The police have been doing a really piss poor job across America then, if that's the case. If we're still talking about the same thing about additional training, then something's wrong. No one's doing anything to correct this situation at all. Anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to end this off. Oh, but before I go, I did want to mention about this point, because I did a video on this yesterday. In this situation, when they're not only were they driving down the alley, a dark alley, with their squad car lights off, but both of their body cameras were off. Can you believe that? They have equipment that taxpayers pay for, and I'm talking about in the millions of dollars, and not even using them. Well, now Minneapolis has implemented a new procedure, a new ordinance with a mandate with police officers that they must turn on their body cameras immediately, activated when a call is made and they're in pursuit of a situation. So something did come out of this good. Black people have been asking for that for the longest, but they have not listened. Well, they haven't listened, at least until now, when all lives seem to matter, when a white woman is involved. I'm out. Thanks for watching.